What's going on, everybody? The Obsession Podcast back at you. I'm Mike Stadler.
And I'm Carl Beth.
Hey, Carl, how you doing?
Hey, take two.
Good,
All right,
good.
Right on. Yeah.
It is mid-July, late July? Late July, almost.
Late July.
So,
You're getting
southern
ready.
Wisconsin?
Dude, you're getting ready.
I'm ready.
You are ready.
Yeah, 12 days.
Huh? How long
Alaska.
you been prepping for this one, Mike?
90-some days, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
At least.
Yeah, for sure.
Tell you.
Well, the prep just changed. I've been prepping, but
Yeah.
it just changed.
Now you're prepping.
Prepping for the other prepping.
Yeah. Well, you got prep to prep.
Know what I'm
saying? I'm sitting right next to you, knowing what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
it's kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
I have a plaque that says it.
It's
Gatorwater.
true.
That's why I have one fan. That's
One.
all I need. That's good. I'll take a fan.
People like it.
Yeah.
Well, one's better than none.
It
baby.
is, it
It's
is.
a start. It's a start.
It's a start.
Hey, I got a bunch of different, questions here, and the guys and girls too. Oh, let's see. Okay, this is an interesting one.
I'm ready.
I'll be interested to see what you say about this. Do you guys think if a big deer shows up on your property that you have a real high percentage chance of killing him, and why do you think this? What do you think the percentage actually is that you will kill him over the season? I'm asking because I'm buying land and looking for advice on setup and so on. Love the show. Appreciate everything you guys do. Robert from Kentucky. Robert.
Good name. It's my middle name.
Anyway, when you're a big deal, people know your name.
Yeah.
That's true. Let's see. So what do you actually think the chances or percentages?
When a big deer shows up. So,
And, okay, so what he didn't specify, which is kind of confusing, at least to me, is when are you talking about, Robert?
yeah. So that's the first thing I was going to say is when is he showing up?
Right.
So, if a big deer shows up here, or your place, I know, same thing.
Yeah.
And I want to say I want to see him there late August.
Right.
Late August. I don't really want him there right now.
No.
Because he probably, that's a real iffy shot. So like late August into September, like I'd still like to see him on cameras the first few weeks for sure moving around.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's the first thing.
That's the first
That's the
part.
first
Yep.
Chances of killing him, I don't know. I mean, if he's there, 50% chance.
That's a high percentage.
That's a really high, and I'm just saying that's because he's there. If
Right,
he's
right,
there.
Right.
Now, actually killing him, I don't know, 25%?
Yeah, which is still high
Yeah.
when you start thinking about
I mean,
it. So
and I'm
not a
talking
free roaming animal.
But I'm talking like your property, my property, only
yeah.
because of, how we have them set up. So like if they're coming in later in the year like that, they're more than likely going to be around. More than likely going to be around.
Yeah.
That's why I say that. And then, we're going to key in on, obviously, a couple of bucks
Right.
each place, and those are the ones we're going to hunt.
Yeah.
And we're going to stay out of places where we're not supposed to be,
Yeah.
only hunt edges of stuff, really watch our winds, try to get in there on fronts, and it's all going to depend where he's traveling, too. I mean, we've had bucks on both properties that were there all year that we couldn't kill
No, that's true.
because they just didn't come anywhere where we could kill them.
Yeah. So the first aspect, like Mike was saying, Robert, that I would say is right now, to me, even if they're showing up right now, that's too early.
Yeah, it's
Which
too early.
you pretty much stated.
It's neat.
It's cool to see. We're not the guys you're going to see taking videos or pictures of
Yeah.
deer on our property going, this is the buck I'm
Right.
hunting.
And that's not saying they won't be back.
No.
But,
We've had plenty of deer that showed up in this time frame, so late July into, let's just say, the first half of August, and then disappeared until mid to late October.
yep,
Yeah, come right back into the property.
usually after we're done.
Usually after we're done, actually, yeah. First week in November.
Yeah,
And then they're there till the end,
right.
right? But, yeah, that's the first part. I wouldn't be setting my whole season on a particular deer that I'm seeing currently.
Mm-hmm.
If a deer does show up in late August, early September, like you stated, there's probably an 80% chance he's going to stay on our property.
Yeah, he's going to be around close.
Yeah, and he'll be on and off the property, not just staying on our property. We both have small properties. Robert, you know, understand what we're saying because you watch the show a lot, small properties. So you're not going to hold a mature deer on whether it's 40 or 70 acres, I'll tell you that. He's going to be on and off locally, probably staying around, and if you've got the best cover and the best layout, he'll spend the majority of his time on your property. That's what you want, so increasing your percentages.
Yep.
I agree with you about the 50%. There's a 50% chance that we'll have an opportunity, and there's a 25% chance that we will harvest that deer.
And I think a lot of people are going to be like, well, that's way too high. It's high.
It is.
I'm not going to, but I am solely basing that off of our properties,
Yeah.
how we have them set up and how we hunt them.
Well, the last few years,
You know.
we've proven it.
Yeah, normally when we find the deers,
The deers.
we find the deers.
Those deers. Get them deers.
Jeez, slap me in the face. So anyway, when we find the deer, you know, on each property that we want to hunt, we've been fairly successful in taking, you know, of those couple of deer, we've usually taken them.
Yeah.
You know, and they're usually the better, like we always say, 10% of the deer on our property are the ones we're going to go after anyway. Now, obviously, you can always get stragglers that show up, and all of a sudden changes the whole point of view.
Yeah, the whole dynamic changes at that point.
But yeah, the percentages are high. Like if you're hunting that deer somewhere else that you don't have control of the property, chances are always slim. Especially if you got a lot of people going in and out. Pressure is going to change a lot. Like our properties, nobody else hunts them.
Right.
We don't let anybody in them.
Yep.
You know, so it's us using the entries and exits that we set up. You know, not bombarding into food, not bombarding into bedding.
Right.
You know, until the time comes when we have to push in.
Yeah,
you know,
hunt
later.
smartly and then hunting fronts and all of that. That's the most important part, I think, Robert, is especially if you're hunting a specific deer that you start to see kind of moving around your property often, is not to educate that animal. That's what most people freak out about, is they'll tell everybody that, oh, I'm hunting this particular buck, but then they're just educating the deer.
Yeah.
Improper wind, hunting them in the wrong spots, like on food.
Yeah.
You know, if I see a deer on food, I'm not hunting him right there, because if he sees me, senses me or anything, or the does or anything else that's in that area comes in early and does it and busts, that's educating that deer. Water holes, I think, are a great place to intercept deer.
Yeah.
For that, the way they're set up.
You know, one thing I like to do, Robert, myself, I know Carl probably does it too, is I'll take cameras that I'm getting him on. I'm like, okay, I know he's here. I've been here 5 times, let's say, at this spot. So now I'm going to take that camera and I'm going to move it. I'm not going to move it real far.
Right.
I'm gonna move it 20 yards, 30 yards,
Yeah.
facing a different way. I'm like, okay, where is he coming from?
Right.
Did he come from here? Did he go to here? You know, and let it run for a while. And granted, I get a little bit better advantage of that because mine are cell cams.
Right, right.
So I can see that, but that's helped me with quite a few, you know, one you took out here.
Yep.
Last couple I took out here, the one Phil took out here, like I'm getting an idea of their travel path. But you gotta be careful too in there moving cameras around, and you wanna, like, we only do it, I only move them, and like same thing as yours, we only change chips when we're going past. And I don't go in and be like, I'm gonna move this camera, so just be, like Carl said, don't educate him. You know, I'll walk by a camera, I'll pick it up,
Yep.
and I'll walk, and I'll just boom, back in the ground,
Yep.
and I'll just keep going.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, no, that's a big thing too. I mean, I kind of do it on my property too, although, like Mike stated, he can use cells on his property. I can't get cell service basically in the lower part, some of the edges of the hills. Or
You just run a
valleys.
lot of cameras though.
I do.
too,
I run
so-
a ton of cameras, and I run the angles on the cameras so I can pick up the movement that Mike was just speaking about. So setting up your camera location is very important, because you have to be able to get a peripheral of entrance and exit of the deer coming into the area there. My cameras are in locations where I hunt, okay? And I also have them on food plots, but that's to educate myself and take inventory of the animals. So the camera is there to educate you. You have to think of it as that. It's not there to get pictures for people for Facebook. It's not there to get pictures for, you know, anything besides that. It's basically to educate you on the hunt itself. That's the way your camera should be set up. It's just that simple. For mine, I want a bigger peripheral to do exactly what Mike says, because mine are not cells. I don't get that immediate information. So it could be 2 days, 3 days, a week, week and a half, some even a month.
Yep.
That I'm taking all this intel and figuring out what I'm seeing with these animals and how they're moving on the property. Also based off of what we learned on scouting over the winter time with trails and how we see the deer moving and things like that. So that's really important. Camera setup is probably the best way to educate yourself on hunting.
Yeah, utilize your cameras. That's the best way to, and don't, I don't know, there's a lot of times we've been hunting certain deer too, and other ones show up and it just happens.
Yeah,
it's a good deer and you just take them, so that's.
Well, when I came here and shot Freak,
yeah.
You had been seeing, what was that buck that you shot that year? The 8-pointer. Romer. You have been seeing Romer a lot.
Yeah.
And that's what you were hunting that deer down in there.
Yep.
And then you ended up taking him.
Yep. I actually shot him the day before you came up. But
right. And then Freak showed up on camera.
He showed up like 2 days before that, and he was in the same spots.
And you're like, you
every
gotta get
day.
up
I'm
here
like, come
and
up here
hunt this deer.
and hunt this deer.
Yeah. And then we split the difference. You were on one side and I was on the other, and he did exactly what you said he was going to do. And he came to my side and I shot him.
Yep.
Nope. So, I mean, the immediate intel there is awesome. And you'll be able to, because he wasn't here a lot before that.
No, I only had pictures of him the first couple days before that.
Yeah. So that was a deer that, well, an older class deer too, that we took out just based off of that intel. The other thing about, you're learning a new property. If you're just buying property, Robert, honestly, I would set up random camera locations where you're seeing a lot of deer sign, and I don't mean rubs and scrapes. What I mean is trails.
Trails, yeah.
Because then you're going to be picking up intel of deer movement directions, all of that, so you can learn wind directions and things on the property.
Get some observation stands up somewhere.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to sit out there now.
No.
If you got the time and you can sit back far enough to watch and see what's going on, it might help you a ton.
Yeah.
Even though it's miserable out and the bugs are bad, but
that's a fact.
But if you really want to take a big boy, you might be able to catch a spot where you weren't seeing that yet. Especially if you don't know the property for sure, it takes a while to learn it.
Yeah.
And we're still learning our properties. That used to learn a little bit about them every year.
Yeah.
A little bit of things change,
Oh yeah, and then even if you do enhancements, whether it's TSI or food or whatever, when you put it on the property, it actually changes the deer movements for the following year. And we've noticed that a lot. I mean, we've actually altered on our properties. We've altered the deer movement to where we want it to be.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm 5 years in, and Mike's what, 7, 8 years?
7, I think.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's an important part too. Just work it up, get better, and it'll turn into what you want it to turn into.
Correct, sir.
Hey, we appreciate the question, Robert. Thanks for listening all the time. If you want to check us out on podcasts, we're on any of the podcast outlets. We're on all of them.
Yep. Check out our pretty faces on YouTube.
Yeah. Check out our Facebook page.
Yep. Blue Collar Bucks. Everyday people getting it done. No bashing. Whatever you post, whatever you shoot, better be good stuff.
Yeah, buddy.
Otherwise, we throw you right off.
So we appreciate each and every one of you.
Yeah, buddy.